Hello and welcome to Knitting with Trillemor. My name is Charlotte, or Charlotte, and I'm coming to you from the northern part of Denmark. Welcome if you've been here before. I'm so pleased that you have been tuning in once again. And if you're new to my channel, of course you are very welcome too. This is a mostly knitting podcast. I will be talking about knitting and yarn. As I always do, I will tell you about what I'm wearing. I will talk about what I have been finishing and what I'm working on. And I have a little acquisitions as well. Last time I was sending, I went live. It was the 6th of April. We had a knitathon, and it was so fantastic. I really enjoyed it. You were so many different people from all over the world. Yes, I was speechless. I'm almost speechless now. I was so full of joy, and it was so fantastic. And of course, I really hope that some of you are back now. That's what I've wanted to say. But anyway, thank you for joining me. And should we just get on with it? Today I am wearing my Flammentanz. It's called Dancing Flames. I think it's translated from German. Flammentanz is German. And it is a sweater from the designer Valentinasknits. Sorry, I have been a little cold this weekend, and I still am a little my throat is a little sore, and I'm sneezing a little bit. So I hope you bear with me if I sound a little rusty. I guess that's why. But hopefully I will soon have my own voice back. Of course, this is my own voice, but the way I normally sound. Back to Flammentanz. I can get up so that you can see the beautiful pattern. In the sides we have this little band of ribbing, and the sleeves are 3/4, and I really like it a lot. In this we have spring in Denmark, and well, it has actually been pretty cold for spring this year, and very rainy. I just heard yesterday that April has been the most rainy month ever, the most rainy April ever. For as long as the weather reports have been taken, or what's it called? I actually don't know, but sorry. It has been a very, very wet April this year. Wet and cold. And the only advantage about that is that it's fine to wear knitwear, and I really enjoy wearing all my knits. So, well, if you should see it in the positive way, that must be it. My Flammentanz sweater is made in Regia Premium Merino Yak wool from Schachenmayr. It's a sock yarn, and I used 3 skeins in the color raspberry. I made it back in November 2019. It was a test knit I made for Valentina, and I love her model so much. I like that she is making these. Well, mine needs a little soak and a little block, so I can get my scallop neckline to get a little up here, because it flares out a little when I'm wearing it. But I could put in a little band of elastic thread, and I didn't in this one. But I actually think I would, because I think it's falling a little out on my shoulders, and I really don't like that. I do like when it's a little more tight, so I guess I should be doing that when I have been washing it the next time. About the Regia Premium yarn, as I said, it's actually a sock yarn, and it's very, very, it's soft, and I really like that there's not so much peel on this yarn. I have been using my sweater quite a lot, and of course you can see a little bit inside the sleeves, but not as much as you can normally see when you are using a merino yarn. The softer yarns tend to peel more than the more rustic yarns, in my opinion anyway. But, well, yes, my Flammentanz. I made size medium, and I used needle size 2.5 and 3 millimeters. I do not remember the US sizes, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's it. And then we go on with my finished projects. I have not been that regular in podcasting in English, but I guess actually the finished objects has been done since the knitathon. Thinking about it, yeah, I think one of them is it's a test knit. I'm testing a lot of models for Valentinasknits, and one of them is this cardigan, Saga stitch cardigan it's called, with this beautiful yoke and fine ribbings with a little lace pattern. This one is not yet released, so I will not show you the whole the whole cardigan. I think it will be released during May. The reason it's not been released yet, the pattern, is because it comes with a tee, and right now actually I'm testing the tee as well. I will show you that one a little later. First I will finish talking about this cardigan. It's made in a Norwegian yarn, Peer Gynt. I do not have any balls left. I do have a little leftover, but I do not remember where I put it. But the tag is here, and it's the color is called Løvfald. I guess that would be falling leaves or something like that. I don't know what do you call falling leaves in the fall. Is this just fall? Well, anyway, in Danish and Norwegian we call it Løvfald. The color number is 1035. And I will take it up again because what I want to show you is there is these beautiful purple nips in it. These tweed nips, a yellow, golden yellow, and a purple. Some, I think they are some like a red purple, and that's why I bought these red purple buttons. Oh, there you see them. I think they are so beautiful, and what I like about them is that they make all those fine purple nips bloom very fine. You see them much more. It's like they are, I don't know what it's called. I need a word. I'm sorry. But when something stands more out, you see, I think they stand more clear, more out, because of the buttons in the same color. So that's why I chose them. I did have some silver buttons I tried to put on a picture because I wanted people to help me choose. But unfortunately I didn't think about it when I took the picture, because those silver buttons were too big, so they couldn't get in my holes. So I had to take a little bit smaller buttons. Yes. And then another finished object would be my sweater hanging right here behind me. This is called Haruka sweater. It's also a test knit, so I'm just sitting here because you are not supposed to see the whole model yet. It's fine to show a little bit of it, I know. But I think the test will be done during May, and I think the pattern would be released shortly after. The test is still going on. I just finished mine, and I made mine in this yarn, Rosarios4 Romaria, or Romaria. I cannot pronounce it properly. It's a Portuguese yarn. I bought it here in Denmark at a yarn store called by Killerik. She has beautiful hand-dyed yarn as well, but she took in this brand and is selling this one, and well, I think there are some other qualities as well. This one is pure wool, 100% pure wool, 100 gram balls, and the color is number 25. It's a little more rustic than I usually knit with. Normally I really like knitting with merino and silk and cashmere and more soft yarns. This one is a little bit more rustic, and I was a little in doubt knitting it when I knitted it. But I have to say that when I soaked my sweater, it has become so soft and so nice, and I really like wearing it. I like the way it feels against my skin, and well, there might be some spinning oil or something in it, I don't know, because it is more rough when you're knitting with it than it is when it's soaked. So I'm a fan of this yarn. Yeah. Another finished project is this fine little sweater. This one is called Ellie Babysweater, and it's made by a Danish designer, a young woman. She designs adult sweaters as well, and a lot of children's sweaters. And I test knitted this one for her. Actually, the pattern has just been released. You can find her at Hof Knitting, and all her patterns, or I don't actually know if all of her patterns, but the pattern for this one is in English and in Danish. I made size 6 to 9 months, and as you can see, the technique here is what you called assigned pooling. This is the first time ever I tried assigned pooling, and I think it's a fine effect. I think it's a fine technique. You make these dip stitches, I think they're called, where you go down and pick up. Well, of course you knit it this way because it's knitted top down, and then when you come to one of these, you go down and pick up the thread several times, and then you just go on knitting. And I really like this one. I think it's so fine. If you have not been following me, I am going to be a grandmother to a baby girl this summer. And maybe the mother would like to have this one. It's my daughter-in-law. She's not that fond of homemade sweaters. But if she doesn't like it, I have 2 nieces who are also expecting. And both of them are going to have girls. So, well, I guess there might be a little girl who can wear this one. The yarn I used is from a Danish brand called Labybug yarn. Labybug yarn is a Danish hand dyer, and she is so talented when it comes to colors. I cannot remember that I have seen anyone make more beautiful colors and combinations than she does. I will come a little closer so you can see all the beautiful colors we have in this one. They are so subtle, but they are so beautiful, and they play so well together. You have all colors in this one. There is yellow, brown, pink, purple, green, blue, every color, a little bit rose, a little bit cream, every beautiful colors you have in this one skein. And then of course the purple or reddish purple you are using when you are making this assigned pooling technique. The yarn is especially dyed to be used for assigned pooling, and this color is called Jam Face. Yeah, it's a superwash merino, 100% superwash merino, and I paired it with this one called Purple Rain, also dyed by Labybug yarn. And according to Danish law, I should say this one is advertising because I received the yarn for free. So beautiful yarns and a beautiful sweater. Yeah. So check out Hof Knitting if you are interested in making us a fine little sweater for a little baby. You could actually, I think this one is rather unisex because you could use some other assigned pooling colors and then make it for a baby boy as well. It doesn't have to be for a girl. Okay, so my next finished project would be a pair of socks. These socks are called Lavender Fields socks, and the pattern is made by Helen Steward. I'm using a yarn from a Danish hand dyer called A Lonely Sock Lady. She is very good at making self-striping sock yarns hand-dyed, and I think actually that calls for applause. It's well done, and she also are very good with colors. So I got a skein of these stripes, and where did I put my tag? I just had it. Here it is. This one is this one. It's called Peonies and Weeds. And then we have a little contrast, the green one, along with it. That came together with that striped yarn. And this purple is one of my own. It's a cashmere blend. It's one I had in my little collection. And it's from Volissimi Yarns. Her base called Carla. That is merino, silk and cashmere, I think. And I thought, well, on the cuff, is it called cuff? On the cuff, it would be okay to put in something more lace, more soft than under the socks. Yeah, because there's no nylon in this one. So I guess if you make a whole pair of socks, they would break very easily. What I like about this pattern is this little picot edge, and then actually also I really like the heel. It's of course a heel flap and gusset. And you make slip stitches along the heel, but you alternate them, so you don't get these rib panels up. And often when you make the heel and you make slip stitches, you are slipping the same stitch on every other row, and then make a row where you just knit normally. But on this row, when you make the slip stitches, you alternate. So I think it's a fine pattern. And well, April socks, I call them my April socks on Ravelry. If you don't know, I am on Ravelry as Trillemor, or you can also see it's called Trillemors strømper. My beautiful sock bloggers, I bought them from a Danish woman. She's making the most beautiful wooden acquisitions, and she also made these fine sock blockers customized for me. So, yes. A Lonely Sock Lady hosts a make-along where you are supposed to use her yarn, and every month she will draw a winner for some kind of prize, I don't know. And then if you participate all 12 months of 2024, there will also be some kind of prize at the end of the year, or maybe early next year, I don't know. I think it's funny, and I'm not normally a big sock knitter, but I really like these socks. So I have actually been pretty fond of making socks this year. That's new to me. But it's a nice small project, and you can bring it almost everywhere. So my April socks are done. I guess that's it for finished projects. Then I think I will be moving on to works in progress. And as I told you, I am knitting a tee for the Saga Stitch cardigan. Of course, it's called the Saga Stitch tee. And this is one of those projects I'm knitting actively on right now. I just finished the yoke and need only to knit, well, about 20 centimeters or something like that, and then sleeves. And the sleeves are short sleeves, so I guess I will be finished with this one pretty soon. It is made in a wool from Lana Grossa, a German brand. This one, Linea Pura Cotton wool, half and half, I think, almost anyway. Well, 53% wool and 47% cotton. Very soft and very nice. And the final pattern will be this one. Has very beautiful hem and a beautiful cuff also, or cuff. I don't know if you can call it cuff when it's all the way up here, but well, I guess the sleeves would go to the elbow, or approximately to the elbow anyway. So yeah, that's also on my needles. Another thing I'm working on right now is living in this fine little bag. Oh, this little bag. I think I have a card here where I bought it. Emma Ball? Do you know her? Crafting Gnomes. emmaball.co.uk. She has so fine bags, and this one is one of them. And in my little bag with my gnomes, actually, I just want, if you didn't see it, my gnomes are knitting. Some of them, one has a crochet hook. Well, I really like them. They are so sweet, so adorable. And in this one is yarn for a project I just started. And this is what I got. 2 small granny squares. And they are going to be toys for my little granddaughter. There are 5 different animals. You can see them here. It's a free pattern. I think it's only in Danish, but it's a Danish shop called Hobby, and this is where you can get. So I have all these colors. These colors are used, and then there should be a pale blue and a white, but they were sold out, so I guess I had to do something else because I need all the yarn. So I bought a purple one that could make it for the blue, and then I bought a green one instead of the white one. And I think the baby really don't care what colors they are. So this is going to be my cubes. The cubes are going inside, and a fun little thing. I just find the picture once more to show you that in this little round button of all the animals, I'm going to put in, sorry for the noise, a little squeezer. A little squeaker, and I think that's cute. So I hope that my granddaughter, well, or her mother, will be very happy when she's gifted these fine animals. It's fun to crochet them. I have not been crocheting that much, but I do crochet once in a while, and my daughter-in-law is not very fond of hand-knit sweaters and things like that, but she really likes these crocheted baby toys, and I think they're fun to make, so that makes me a lot of joy. Yeah. Okay. That would be what I most actively are working on right now. If you didn't see my live on Knitathon, you probably don't know, but I showed all my project bags and all my works in progress, all my webs, and I have a lot. I really have a lot, and I was surprised myself to find out how many there were. I guess about 20 or something like that. But of course, it's not all of them I'm working actively on. Some of them are just waiting for better times. But right now I am going to finish up some of my projects because I want to clear a bit up for the summer, and I want to empty some of my bags, and I want to get a little more overview. I don't know what it's called. I'm a little more structure of what I actually are doing, what I'm knitting on, and I have so many projects that I want to knit, but I can feel right now I'm at a point where I'm not going to start anything new until I've finished some of these things I'm currently working on. Except maybe this one I'm going to show you now. Well, of course I have to make socks. I'm going to cast on a new pair of socks for May, the May month, and I have decided that I am going to make these tits up socks from Nancy Wheeler. And I know that Nancy just made a new pair, Chitty Gaga socks, and I know that she is donating some of the money that she makes on the patterns for cancer research, and I really like that a lot. So even though that it's just for a period of time she's donating, I decided that I wanted to buy a couple of her patterns because I think she makes very beautiful patterns. And the yarn I will be using, well, actually, I don't know what it looks like. And that's because it's from a sock club, a yarn club, from a Lonely Sock Lady. And this one is May. A Lonely Sock Lady has made a yarn club together with a woman called Karin from Strik og Romantik, a Danish podcaster. And they have made a cooperation and made this yarn club over the theme of Gilmore Girls. Actually, I never saw Gilmore Girls. Well, shh, don't tell anyone. Did you? Did you watch Gilmore Girls? Well, I know what it is, but I didn't watch it. But anyway, I like yarn clubs, and I promised Lona that I am not showing this one until mid-May. But I am so curious because actually I do have no clue whatsoever about the color in this one. I bought it because it's May, and May is my birthday month. So I had to have it, and the color is called I Have to Go. So I'm looking very much forward to Wednesday, because then it's May the 1st, and I will get to see what's in this fine brown package. Yes, so we'll have to wait. Maybe I can show you more next time. Okay, and then I decided that I need another cardigan. Of course, I just finished my Saga stitch cardigan, but that's pretty warm. That's actually a little thick one, like a jacket, or, well, you know, in Denmark the weather is like we need something to wear between winter and summer. We call it something, well, in Danish we call it overgangsjakke or something like that. Something to wear in the transition from winter to summer, where it's not warm enough to go without something on a jacket or a cardigan, and maybe it's a little warmer or too warm to wear a jacket or a winter coat or something like that. So that's when cardigans come in handy. But my cardigan in the Peer Gynt garn is pretty thick, and I want something more light. So I decided that I would participate in Miss Knits, the traveling Miss Knits. I don't know if you know her. She has this wonderful podcast, and she was the host for the Knitathon. She has made this perfect little cardigan, and I think it's so beautiful. Very simple, and with a fine detail down the sleeve. And well, I decided that I would knit this one. Right now she's hosting a make-along for this cardigan. So I am going to post on when I am finished with the Saga stitch tee. And I am knitting in yarn from A Knitter's World. This one is sport weight, yak and silk, 50-50. Undyed, beautiful brown, black, gray, brown, gray color, not black, of course. What am I thinking about? It's not gray and it's not brown. I don't know what I would call this color, but I think it's pretty. And I think it would be pretty good. What do you think? Well, this one is coming on my needles very soon. I just need to finish the tea before I start it. Yes. Okay. What else do I have to talk to you about? Acquisitions. I think I will show you a little bit of my acquisitions. When I saw the Knitathon, I was seeing a lot of podcasts during the Knitathon. And one of them was Yarns and Yoga. It's hosted by Petra. She was a hand-dyer, stopped dyeing yarn, I think last year in the fall. Maybe it's about a little more than half a year ago. Maybe it was in the summer. I don't know. But she used to call herself for Valborg. And her and her husband were talking about yarn and knitting and yarn and yoga. And they had a beautiful knitting picture hanging behind them. And I thought, whoa, I would like to have something like that hanging in my knitting room. on my wall next to me. So I went to Etsy and I found this one. I think it's so beautiful. So I'm going to find a frame and then I am going to hang this one on my wall. I really like it. That could be me knitting. It's so fun. So, well, I am a crazy knitting woman. I know it and I love it. I love knitting and I love all these fine acquisitions you can get. And that's why I also bought this one. To keep my coffee warm when I'm at work. So, well, who wouldn't need one of these? I love it. So, I work in a school, normally, as a school nurse. And it's a big school. And from my office, there is a pretty long way to go to the coffee machine. So, I'm having my own coffee. I usually just used to have a little cup I bring along with me. But now I can get a little more, and that's nice. So I'm bringing this one to work. Okay. I'm just thinking. Well, I'm almost done for today, I think. The last thing, I have 2 more things I want to show you. I have been participating in Wool Swap. And if you don't know what Wool Swap is, you should look at woolswap.com, I think. Or is it? It's an Australian woman who's hosting it. And shortly, it means that you sign up and then she will mix you with someone that you have to send a yarn package to, and then you will receive a yarn package from the same person. And I have been doing this for almost for the last year. It's every second month. Then she pairs you with someone, and you have to get in touch with each other through Instagram and write a little bit to each other and get acquainted, maybe get friends. and then you send each other a package, and the sign up are open from 1st of May, so next week will be open. And I just received a package, so I will show you my last or latest package, which just came this week, from all the way from Norway this time. And in my package this time, I got some tea, some chocolate bars. They are in the kitchen. I didn't eat them yet, but I don't want to get them. Then I got a package with 3 notebooks. Fine, beautiful notebooks. One of them is pure bling, silver bling. I like bling. And then I got this yarn, and it's Pickles Bliss. It's baby alpaca wool and mohair, but I really don't think this color is good for me. I don't know what you say. I'm very pale and I hardly get any color in the summertime. I'm not the kind of person who gets sunburned very easily, but I like the yarn a lot, and I have been thinking, what can I do without it? With it, not without it, but with it. Either I could gift it away in maybe my next Wool Swap, so someone else could maybe find something beautiful to make of it, or I could hold it together with a strand of mohair. And the reason I say that is because a couple of years ago I made a sweater. It was from a Danish designer called Spetakelstræk, and it was called Lykkejumper. And I made it in a color similar to this one, together with a very hot pink mohair. And when I saw those colors together, I thought, oh no, 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 you would never do that. It was a sweater that I knit up for my local yarn shop, and I could not get into my mind why someone could put those two colors together. But the result was so stunning. I will put in a picture showing you the results, and it was almost a color like this one and that hot pink. So that was one option I might go with. I really don't know yet, but for now I will just save them in my collection, and then we'll see. Another thing in my box was 2 skeins of this summer wool, pink summer wool, also from Pickles, Norwegian brands. That's what I like about Wool Swap. That is, you are getting yarn from all over the world. I got some from the US, I got some from Austria, and actually from Germany and from Switzerland, and also here from Denmark, and this time from Norway. The first woman I was paired with came from, well, she was living in Germany, but actually she came from the US. And before sending her gift to me, she went to the US and got some yarn. She took home to Germany, and then she sent it to me, and that was a fantastic package. But this time it's Norwegian, and I really like this summer wool. It's wool and cotton, 55% lamb's wool and 45% ecological cotton. Then I got 2 skeins of this Norwegian wool from Hillesvåg, a Norwegian yarn mill, wool mill. I really like this. I don't think I have ever been knitting with the yarn from Hillesvåg before. I have heard so much about it, and I'm very excited. I just need to find out what I'm going to do about it. But for now it will be in my collection, and then in time I will know what to make of it. I have 2 skeins, 200 grams. Could make it together with something else. I like purple. I'm thinking. I don't know yet. But time will show. And then the last thing I got in this package. Where did I? Oh, they are here on my table. This little one with goodies inside, and the goodies is for a knitter, knitting goodies. We have these to put on the knitting needles so the stitches don't fall off when you are placing them in your bags, and so the pins, the needles will not, the pin points will not go through the fabric in your bags, project bags or whatever. Fine little ones. What are they called? In Denmark we call them maskestopper. I don't know what they're called. Stitch stoppers, maybe? Could be. And I have these fine stitch markers as well. There's 3 of them, with small fruits inside, boysenberries maybe, or raspberries, I don't know, and then kiwi and passion fruit. They are not, the rings are not so big, so I guess that would be thin needles, and I think it's plastic. They don't weigh very much, but I think they're cute. They are cute. So I am a big fan of all those knitting acquisitions, stitch markers and things like that. I think it's so funny. And I use a lot of them. I always use stitch markers for when I make raglans, or when I make the patterns like this. I put stitch markers for every repeat of the chart, so it's easy for me to see where I am. I use a lot of stitch markers, and every time I start a new project, I'm thinking about which stitch markers will match my yarn, and I know I'm crazy, but I think it's so funny. I really love these fine small stitch markers. Yes. I'm thinking, and I'm looking down here because I want to show you something. Sometimes I'm doing a little yarn dyeing myself, and yesterday was one of those days. I made these beautiful skeins of yarn. Oops, they don't have any color name. I don't know what to call them. I guess I was just writing in my book the date. I made 2 colors, so this one is color 1 from yesterday, so that was the 27th of April, so they are called 27, 4 and 1, and then the other ones, I made 3 skeins of these beautiful brown and pink colors. I did make a little speckles in some of them. This one has a little teal green speckles, not much, just very little bit teal green speckles. I put in a few, and then this one has small pink speckles. Also not much, just a little bit. I think it's so funny to play with colors like that. I love it. So, yeah. Some of them are going in a giveaway I'm hosting, but that would only be in my Danish podcast. I'm sorry. Maybe someday I will make a giveaway. No. I don't know, I could make a giveaway. Maybe I could make it. Maybe I could. May is my birthday month. Well, I think I am going to do this. May is my birthday month. And I'm hosting a giveaway on my Danish channel, or it's the same channel, but it's just my Danish podcast from today. I'm going to put up this one and a Danish one. And on my Danish podcast, I am saying that you can win this one. A project bag with this beautiful pink glittery sock item. This bag is made by a Danish woman. She's calling herself Deadly Daisies, and she makes beautiful project bags and a lot of other stuff. And this one she made for me. So actually this one is also advertising, because according to Danish law I have to say it, because I was gifted this one, so I could give it away to one of you. So this one and a couple of very pretty stitch markers. This one, I can put it against this one, you can see. A friend of mine is called Anne. She makes these very beautiful stitch markers. You can buy them in a Danish shop called Knit Sister Studio. Anne is working at Knit Sister Studio and she makes these very, very beautiful stitch markers. And she made me this pair to give to one of you guys. So this pair of stitch markers together with this bag and either one of these or one of these. So what you have to do to participate is to make a comment to this episode, writing which one of these you would like to win. You can write pink yellow for this one. You can write brown cream with pink speckles, or brown cream with teal speckles. This is the one with the teal speckles. Yeah. So either you want brown cream with teal green speckles, or brown cream with pink speckles, or pink yellow. So make me a comment and I will draw a winner. Before I am coming to you next time, I will draw a winner here and on the Danish episode, and then I will draw one between these two, because I have only this one gift. But I think that you should have the opportunity as well, just because you do not speak Danish, all of you, and actually maybe some of your Danish viewers are watching both, and of course it's okay to participate on both episodes. That's all up to you. But well, this is handmade by me, and you only get one of them, so you have to write to me which one of them you want, if you are the lucky one. And then the beautiful stitch markers and the project bags, this little fine project bag from Deadly Daisies. Yeah, you get all three things. So please make a comment. And of course, I would very, very much appreciate if you give me a thumbs up, a like, if you like my podcast. And of course, subscribe, please, if you want to. If you want to know when I'm sending again, it would be easier for you to know that you might be the winner. And it would be easier for me to get a little more out to other people in the world who might want to see what I'm doing. So that would be nice. I really like this community that we have across borders, and I myself are watching a lot of foreign podcasters from all over the world, and I think it would be nice if someone liked what I am doing. So yeah, you can help me by liking and subscribing. The more the merrier. So for now, I think that would be it for today. But thank you so much for stopping by. I have no words for how much that means to me. And I hope you bear with me and my Danish English. And of course that my voice is a little more sore and rusty than it used to be. So I guess I should be resting my voice a little, and I will, well, hope and wish you all the best. So thank you for stopping by. Bye.